Welcome back from Ocarina of Time. Let's go ahead and finally show off that song Sheik taught us, if I haven't shown it off yet already. Warp to the graveyard? Okay. I like how it tells you that. I mean, I guess Sheik tells you, like, oh yes, this is where the dungeon's located, but I would assume for your first time playing, you wouldn't realize it goes up here. And the dungeon is right back there. And when we come on down, like it's a game show, we see a bunch of torches and a closed door. So you know, you would probably assume, oh yeah, just light all the torches. Maybe use your fire arrow to do it. But that would probably take forever. Not to mention, you might run out of magic. But I'm gonna try it anyway. Actually, I'm gonna run out of arrows. Do the torches go out? Yeah, they go out eventually. So I assume it's set up to where you can't do this by shooting them all with the fire arrow. So what you gotta do is you gotta get Din's fire. Again, it's just crazy to think. That's required. You need Din's fire. I'm not sure that there's any other instance where you need it, but it's just crazy to think. There's at least one instance in the game where you need Din's fire. The funny thing is, this is one adult temple you actually can enter as a kid, but they immediately stop you in your tracks by needing to requiring you to have the hook shot to cross. The shadow will yield only to one with the eye of truth. Hand it down in Kakariko Village. Hand it down? That makes it sound like they didn't just stuff it in a well for never to be found again. Yeah, let's go ahead and put on the lens of truth. I forgot to do that when I got the hook shot out. And bombs. Why not? No, bomb chew. Let's go ahead and try to get some use out of those. To put on the lens, and there you go. Fake wall. Actually, there are more fake walls around here. And we can find a door. A real door! Wow. It's got good doorknob feel. One who gains the eye of truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. You mean like this? Let's go ahead and run around here. Shadow Temple. Here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. Which I think is supposed to be specifically referring to the war that they mention in A Link to the Past, where, you know, they founded the sages, and it's like, you know what, we're just gonna seal away the Triforce. Shadow Temple. Here was gathered. You already said that! Oh, here's a door. Stop! Oh no, it's sealed! Good old Redead in here. Let's use our good old Bigoron sword. Get off me! Good old Bigoron sword. Some keys in here. Let's get him with our gigantic spin attack. Let's see how big the charged spin attack is. Big enough to hit the pots, apparently. You get down here! Ah. Well, we don't need Din's fire anymore, so I'll just put on the bow. Give me some arrows, please. Oh, wait, there's arrows here. Cool. 15 arrows. Or thereabout. Where are you? Gotcha. I actually don't normally leave the Bigoron sword equipped. I'm actually not that big of a fan of it. But I did want this just to speed along some fights. Like I said, I wanted it to speed along Morpha, but I forgot, so we did it the normal way. Or, I guess the normal way depends on who you ask, because I think a lot of people will get the Bigoron sword as soon as they possibly can, just to utilize the double damage for as much of the game as possible. Anyway, there's a map. You gonna tell me about Hyrule's bloody history again? What is hidden in the darkness? Tricks full of ill will. You can't see the way forward. That's structured like it's supposed to be a haiku, but that's definitely not a haiku. Just more fake walls and ow! A pot that ended up giving me health when it hit me instead of taking it. What is hidden in the darkness? Stop repeating that. Are there more? Who gains the Eye of Truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. You mean like this? If you're gonna repeat yourself, I'm gonna repeat myself. Okay, no more rooms around here. Yeah, here's gathered the bloody history. I was gonna make a joke like, shut the bloody up. That's not how you use bloody. Just bloody shut up already. There you go. Look who it is again. And this time we can see the truth, so we can find where he's gonna spawn. Yeah, right here. Now what I'm wondering is, will Bombchu blow him up? No. Thanks for doing your job, you stupid, worthless, good for nothing. I like the concept of Bombchu, but they're definitely not very good in this game. They're definitely much better in... Put the bomb down, don't throw it. Definitely much better in Phantom Hourglass, where you can trace a line and directly control where they're going. Yep, it's Dead Hand again, which is why I wanted the bigger on sword before coming here. And was sure to get it this time. We've already seen this fight, we don't need to drag it on. It's like he's got more hands. Oh, big whoop. So different. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the blade taper there. I never really noticed that in-game before. Oh, what's Navi say about this guy anyway? Oh yeah, infinite hands. Aim for the head! Ha! I didn't realize how quick that goes with the bigger on sword. And he just writhes on the ground. I think they really just do that to make the enemies a little bit more eerie around here. So we fought a mini-boss. I guess we're about to get the dungeon item. And who would have thought it would happen so soon? You got the hover boots. With these mysterious boots, you can hover along the ground, above the ground. The downside? No traction! You know, that actually sounds kind of realistic. If you had boots that made you hover, it probably would be hard to have traction. You can even use these to walk for short periods where there is no solid ground. Be brave and trust in the boots. Now trust in my hover boots hovering above the ground. I'm sorry, that was horrible. I should probably cut that out. But I'm not going to, knowing me. Ow. Yeah, where's the way out again? Where's it over? Huh? I gotta turn around. Is this way? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so we just go back. But there's a good example of why it's not really apt to call mini-bosses mid-bosses. Because that is not the midpoint of this dungeon. We're just getting started. Go ahead and check this sign. Only one who has sacred feet can cross the Valley of the Dead. So I hope they are resting peaceful in that valley. But wherever they are, I'm trying to find them. It's like, maybe they do have a texture for, like, walls made of bodies, but it's not there. I'm remembering there being torches above this guy's hands you have to light. I guess that's Master Quest. But what you do gotta do, wherever they tell you. Well, there's supposed to be something around here that says to make the eagle's beak seek the truth. Oh yeah, there it is. Make my beak face the skull of truth. The alternative is a descent into the deep darkness. Oh, not the Valley of the Dead? Okay. Even though I'm sure those bottomless pits go the same place. So what you want to do is you'll use your lens of truth to find the skull that doesn't disappear. And this skull actually changes. It's randomized. I think it's randomized every time you enter here, not just between save files. So if you mess this up, it's like, oh, it was actually that one over there. It's not that one over there anymore. I probably have that wrong. It's not a fact I've heard a whole lot, so I could be misconveying the information. And you gotta wait in suspense. Was it the Skull of Truth? Hello? There we go. What was it waiting for? But we can't make that jump, so we gotta use our new item. Good old battle hover boots. Man, that's... It's just, you don't get that in a lot of video games. Just hovering off the ground for a little bit. Even for, like, 2 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and take them off. Because they're slippery. I don't like slippery shoes. I like ice areas, but I don't like slippery shoes. Oh, I didn't throw it! There. Happy birthday! No. No, throw it! There. So much trouble for just one Vimos. I think this is a spot where you can play the Song of Storms to get a fairy. I kind of need one, so I might as well try. Yep, there we go. Come here. Those give you magic? I never knew that. Crazy. So you can see these walls of bones. Some of them are fake. Whereas this one, you actually need to blow it up. But the door is locked, so we gotta find a key. Find a key, find a key, how happy it will be. It's from the Haunted Mansion movie, I think. So Gipto, actually, this is one way I think you can actually burn their bandages. And if not, then maybe fire arrow? Well, they're on fire. I'm standing still. You can't sense me anymore. You can't sense me. Okay. Let's try fire arrow. Didn't think so. It didn't work when Tim tried it in his 3-heart run, so I didn't expect it to work here. What am I, special? Get off my back. Get the monkey off my back. Too late to freeze me, guy. I think in this game, the Redeads and Gipto actually can freeze you mid-air, which is kind of funny. I don't think they do that in Twilight Princess. What am I gonna need? Let's put a hookshot bow for now. But yeah, just like the Iron Boots, the Hover Boots were changed in the 3DS version to be an equipable item. You know, like to one of your buttons, as opposed to doing it in a menu. Which is also kind of nice. Unfortunately, unlike the Iron Boots, the Hover Boots never return in any other Zelda games. Unless you count Cadence of Hyrule. Which, that is a sick game if you haven't checked that out. Definitely worth a look. It's more silver rupees. A good old Grim Reaper statue. Or maybe it's just generic hooded figures that just happen to have scythes. They might not be the Grim Reaper. Just gotta be careful, because I think some of these rooms, some of these little crevices here. What? I need the thumbstick? What are you talking about? I'm gonna hit down C. I think some of those have holes. But it's not sure if I finished that thought, so I'll finish it now. You know, even if I did finish it, I'll finish it a second time. Yep, right there. Whoop. This wall, it's saying something. It says, if you want to see a fairy to the other world, come here. Okay. Ah, it's a hole I didn't know about, except I did know about it. Oh, I can hear a Skulltula. Is it golden? Who knows? You probably know. I can't keep pretending you don't know this game. Like, who doesn't know this game? But I'll just keep, you know, in case... I'd say I can't keep pretending, but I will keep pretending anyway. Wait, did I get anything? It was... Okay. I think in Master Quest they put a chest down here, so I just wanted to double check. I still haven't gotten a key yet, so I guess I gotta get that. Which was over here with the wall that... You know, the tile that they use when the wall speaks. Except that one doesn't speak. And there's that key. So make sure there's no other chests there, because sometimes they do that. What else is there to say about the Shadow Temple? Really can't think of anything. Ow! Okay, fine, I'll leave. I don't know why I pulled out my sword anyway. You can't be hurt by swords. Yeah, this is another case where I'm just gonna say, wasn't afraid of Redeads as a kid. More just, you know, not as, oh, it's a scary enemy, I don't like looking at it. More just like, oh, I'm afraid of getting killed by that enemy, because it is very much a possibility. So, you know, I wasn't any more afraid of them than I am of late game enemies who can deal a crap ton of damage. So then, the way I said that I amused myself with that. Oh, yep, there's another one. Oh, you cheater! Yeah, crap ton of damage. You know, kick, climb, cattails. That's just what that reminded me of. So I never really found this dungeon scary either. At least not anymore. As far as, oh, I might encounter a Redead and it might, you know, kill me with its life-sucking ability. I'm not good at avoiding that. Watch for the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. That's actually one of the great ways, really one of the most reasonable ways Navi interrupts you, is to warn you of the shadows of monsters that hang from the ceiling. Because that's something you would want her to interrupt. Well, maybe not necessarily interrupt you about, but at least warn you about. Except apparently they're not over here. I guess just that specific area that we already passed. It's a small area. Oh, it's random fire bubble. Got that guy's there. And a Stalfo's here too. Should I even bother killing you? Like, I know I'm not supposed to be going this direction right now. Like, you're gonna respawn. I know that. You know what? I'm just not gonna bother. Because we gotta go over here. Follow these hidden patterns. Hidden platforms. All two of them. Excuse me. Excuse my nose, too. I got a little bit of the sniffles, I guess. When do I not? Oh, can you hear it? Because I can hear it. It's another one of these guys. And I think it's actually lower. So unlike the one from before, which you could duck. Never mind, you can duck this one. Oh no, I can't put the lens on, so I don't know when it's safe. Ow! Figures. Or maybe it was roll under them. Maybe some... You can duck, but you can't roll under. No. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna waste time getting those hearts. Actually, there's... Just looking around for silver rupees. Doesn't seem like there are any. So maybe you just gotta kill all the keys. Thanks for the arrows. Since I already have the bow out, might as well check this out. Oh, you can hurt them with the bow. Okay. That's good to know about the bow. Except some parts on the like can't be hurt. It takes 2 arrows to kill a like? Wow. It's more efficient than bombs, I would say. It takes 2 bombs, and you would think 1 bomb would be enough. But it's never enough. There we go. Oh, one of them dropped a heart. I'll take the heart. Thank you. Oh, look, a Golden Skulltula just right there, right? Plain as day. Yeah, I'm gonna store the Golden Skulltula token. Open the chest we can see. Blue rupee! But if you look at the map, and the compass, you know, because you need the compass to see the chest. There's a second one! A bundle of arrows! Oh, well then I guess this room was not required. It's just for the Skulltula. Huh. Could have sworn it was required, but I guess I'm just thinking back to Master Quest again. Also, in case you were curious, you can step on things that you can't see when you can't see them. You don't have to use the lens of truth to see it to be able to jump on it. I don't know that I needed to clarify that, but, you know, I'm sure there were some games somewhere where it's like, yeah, even though you can't see the platform and you know it's there, You can't jump on it until you can see it. Stop blocking. Gotcha. I think right here we need to put on the hover boots. I think you actually do need to use them to get to this platform. So let's do that. There we go. And you wait for it to raise up, just like Josh Groban. But don't wait for it to go down. There. Then we want to go over this way, because I think there's a key over here. Can someone kill a drumming riff? I almost turned the menu over. Oh, wait! Oh! I just gypped myself there. Can I go this way? Oh yeah, that's easier. Nice. Okay. Hover boots, off. Revenge of Truth, on. Oh, only one of them is moving. Okay. Well, then I really did gyp myself there by being like, oh, no, wait, I gotta make sure the moving platform is in my range of jump. Oh. What? Okay, so I'm messing up the progression. You go over there first. Over there with the silver rupees. Yeah, I guess I can never really remember where the rooms are. Because there is one room in particular I think is kind of memorable, but I forget where it's at. Take a bomb. Ow. Oh yeah, that's a nice little Easter egg when you get hit by the blade trap. It's the same hurt animation as Zelda 2. Do I need to... Wait, is that just a Master Quest I'm thinking of? Again? It's just Master Quest I'm thinking of. Again. You get a hook shot to the ceiling to get a silver rupee. Okay, so what... I was gonna say what's over here. I know what's over here. It's the memorable room I was talking about. Check this sign. Only one with the Eye of Truth will find the stone umbrella that protects against the rain of blades. That's a lot of, what do you call them? Conjoining conjunctures? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to... That's the truth, there's the block. Okay, now we can pull it. Yeah, whatever you call it, the, you know, of, and, with, whatever. Not and. That's it's, I know them as fanboys, but that's just an acronym that you use to remember all of them. Like what is it? For, and, nor, but, or, and yet. Which is not the same as of. You know, of, with, because. I think those are them. One of my English teachers wanted me to learn a song about those, I think. I didn't want to learn the song. I got in trouble for that. But we worked things out after that. So, it's, you know, a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. You know, yin yang. Move the stone umbrella along and protect against the rain of... They say rain of blades? Those are spikes, dude. Don't know where you're getting blades from. Go ahead and open this chest. Or don't, because it's probably rupees or arrows. Yeah. I'll put your sword away. And there's a chest on the opposite side over here, too. There's a lot of... Oh. You're not a chest. You are a check, if you're doing a randomizer. I reach that with the... Gotta pull the hook shot out. But then what you want to do is you want to use this single step right here. This tiny little... Like, look at how tiny this is. To be able to get on top of the block. That one little step helps us reach up on top of the block. And then what you can do from here is you can actually walk along the rain of blades. Come over and hit a button, make a chest fall out of nowhere. Was it this chest that fell? I don't know. Blue rupee. Thanks, Steven. I say that like he's to blame for it. No. He just has a thing about saying you got a blue ruby. There's the key. See you back over by the door. Don't move without me! No! I'm back over here. Not putting on the hover boots this time. I want to see if I can make it without them. See if I'm wrong. Well, there will be if I don't make it in time. What is this, Jak and Daxter on the Vita? That's a diss on that game's. That port's buggy ledge grabbing. It really doesn't like you grabbing moving platforms. There you go. You can make it without the hover boots. And this should be easy to make without the hover boots. So there you go. Ow. So I guess you really don't need the hover boots as much as I think. I still hear that Stalfos over there. Oh, here's another rather memorable room. This room with the invisible spikes. Because there's a fun little bit about the hover boots I can teach you. Man, I need some milk. Let me take a swig of milk first. Might as well drink the whole thing. Maybe a bottle of fairy later. Man, 1 quarter heart short. Okay. Oh, look, that guy's coming over. How far is he gonna go before he decides to turn around? Yep, about that far. I assume it's because the body disappeared. That is definitely a good thing that they programmed into this game to make those a little more make re-deads more freaky. Because if you don't know, like, that they like to go over to each other when they're dead, when one of them dies, you're just like, oh, why is he moving? Oh, why is he moving for? You know, if you're actually scared of them, which I'm not. I think they're actually kind of cool. Especially when you look at the official art. That's pretty neat. I like that. So fun fact about the hover boots, they actually let you walk over these spikes. Not really sure how that's supposed to work, but I'll take it. Let me slowly walk over to this guy. Not gonna say saunter again. That's the last you'll hear that word in this episode. And there we go. It makes a chest appear. I forgot I did that. Give me that magic. So this could be a good room to just leave your, you know, instead of the lens of truth on, you leave the hover boots on. Blue rupee! So that you don't accidentally hit the spikes. Save yourself some magic from not having to use the lens of truth. Except, yeah, there's that. Which if you're doing a randomizer, you might find out that you can actually get up here with the regular hook shot. Oh yeah, I do need to be up here. You know, if you can, I think you got to backflip onto this chest. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, you use that chest. Okay, well, it would work if I weren't wearing the hover boots. Yeah, that lets you get up there with the regular hook shot. Which, I think it's interesting to realize that you do need the long shot a lot of the time in these dungeons. Like, for as much as I think of this game as, oh, you could do the dungeons in any order. Like, there is a dungeon I could be doing right now instead of the Shadow Temple. How do I get this one? Oh. Okay. But it is... I'm not actually sure if it needs any items from here, but you definitely do... There are things that are invisible with the Lens of Truth. I remember that much. Oh, there's the... Okay, well, I got this. So it doesn't matter. I'm gonna open this door. I'll take off the hover boots. And I'm not really sure if you need the hover boot. Actually, yeah. Well, no. I think you need the hover boots or the hook shot to get to the dungeon. Or the long shot. And then, like I said, I think there are invisible things there that you need the Lens of Truth to see. But yeah, I think you could be doing that dungeon right now. But since you don't need that dungeon's item in this dungeon, and the items you get working out your way to here help out over there, it's usually considered the right way, I guess, to come over here first. Dude, you have a longsword and you can't hit the bat! Can't believe it. There. At least I got one of them. Come over here and get this Golden Skulltula. Yeah, don't be mistaken, because you killed all the enemies and the door opened up that you're done here, because you're not. Could be easy to actually... It could actually be pretty easy to miss this thing. You want to throw a bomb into the vase, the giant skull vase, or urn. I've heard that word be used for too. You blow it up and there's a small key laying on it. And there you go. Huh. I thought there were 2 doors here. I thought there was another door at the other end of this room. Is there? It's kind of shaped like there... No. I'm looking at that door and that door on the map. It's like, yeah, there should be another door. Go on through the locked door. You know, I'm not actually sure how much dungeon we have left, so... I think I'll keep the episode going, and if it ends up being a long one, sorry. But at least we get this dungeon done in one video. So here you need the iron boots to get past these guys. You know, technically speaking, I think you really could do the dungeons in any order if you knew what items you needed from each dungeon to progress in the next. Like, I think the dungeon after this requires the Megaton Hammer, so if you knew that going in, you could progress through the Fire Temple just enough to get the Megaton Hammer, and then go do the other dungeon instead. Get down. Or like here, you know, you need the long shot and the iron boots, so you could do, you know, enough of the Water Temple to get the long shot, and then come over here. But that's, I wouldn't really call that open. That's more just like, they don't stop you from doing that. You know, it's not so much you can do the dungeons in any order, but more like, you can visit them in any... Well, actually, no, I think you do need to beat the first 3 dungeons before Sheik will teach you the song to get into this dungeon. Sorry, my throat's wearing out a little bit, I guess. It hasn't been that long. It's been like an hour and 20 minutes of recording. Bundles. And, hello? Nothing else? No? Okay. What was I saying about linearity? Or the openness? Yeah, it's less that it's open and more just that they don't stop you from trying to go to the other dungeons. You come over here. Which, I guess that is a little hard to see because, you know, there is that... What? I was trying to look up. Or press up to look. Yeah, the divisible wall there, I guess you know, you do have to look around with the lens of truth or, you know, look around on your map to find it. Anyway, maybe I'll just leave these guys be. Because I know what I gotta get. You know, I just gotta find a key. Under here, where there is a chest. Well, there's a small key. Might as well open the other chests just to be certain. Oh, I guess I gotta kill these guys to get it, huh? It's probably gonna be bombs, but I'll make sure I get it anyway. Don't want to be missing on a key again. Don't want to do the Water Temple all over again. Or, you know what, let's be honest. I was pretty bad about keys in all the dungeons so far that had keys. Or Stand Fire. Guess I just don't remember. You know, for as much as I've seen this game, as much as I've seen randomizers, I guess I just don't remember where all the chests are as well as I think I do. You got a blue rupee. Okay, so yeah. You get that and it's like, oh no, what do I do? And then you look around the room. Map and compass and your lens of truth and your bombs. And there you go, you find it. Go on through. Hey, Abby, you got anything to say about how far we are in the dungeon right now? Link, try to keep moving. Okay. I guess that's just what she says when you're currently on the dungeon they want you to be in. To move this block out of the way. I hear you, Skulltula. Still can't tell if you're gold or not. Hey, what's that? They just have this there. You can't go through it. It makes a normal noise, so you can't blow it up. But yeah, there's a shortcut back to the entrance if you want to do that. Also, you may not know this. You can hookshot this ladder. I don't know if you can hookshot other ladders. I honestly forget. But I do remember, yeah, you don't need to push that block. Because you can just hookshot up the ladder. But you should be sure to move it out of the way just in case you need that shortcut. You know, in case you happen to die or need a quick way out, need to duck out. Although, you know, Furrowy's wind as well, also. So here's that fairy they were talking about. I'm sorry, I forgot when I was over there. I should have looked out over at it, but who cares? You know, there's so many Let's Plays of this that I'm sure there's plenty of other ones that, you know, they show you the fairy as soon as you can see it. Oh, I just realized I forgot to talk to Pierre as an adult. So we're not getting that Golden Skulltula. That's fine. We'll have to revisit other dungeons to get those Skulltulas anyway. Time to prove we're part of the royal family or something. We got a connection on a fairy, I guess. Honestly, that should have been something they required for you to get in. But, okay. You know, dungeon design. I won't complain. In a 3DS version, they changed the figurehead on this fairy to a Grim Reaper. Or like a red-robed Reaper. Red-robed figure. Whatever. I could probably find a picture. It's always sad when I want to mention something. It's like, yeah, you know, this thing. And then I can't find a good picture of it. Well, there's one of the Stalfos that shows up on this ride to make it a little bit more entertaining while you wait to float down the river. The river Deku Sticks, I guess. It's a little bit sad you can't trick Stalfos into walking off the ledge. But, you know, they want them to be tough, so... You know, it stands to reason they would not want that to be a thing. Oh, look, there's the end. There's the end. Pilot? Boat? Mateer? Whatever you call the person who drives a boat. Turn it off! Hit the brake! Well, boats don't have brakes, but turn it off! Link, the ship is sinking. Abandoned ship! Get onto a safe platform! Why do I still have the hover boots on? What am I doing? Oh yeah, we do still have quite a bit left here. But you know what? I'm still gonna keep going. Never mind, there's an invisible wall. I need the lens of truth. That's not the kind of keep going I meant. But yeah, remember back when I was like, you know, I'm pretty sure there was a way to beat these guys without using magic. This is why you would want that. It's because looking at them with the lens of truth. Well, okay, I guess these guys don't need it. But there are ones that are invisible that you do need the lens of truth to see. Right. This is literal insanity. Okay. So I think what you would want to do, use the Deku Nut. At least make it easier to stab them. Because if they catch you, they will suck magic out of you and return to normal size. There. Yeah. Deku Sticks are the way to go. Okay, so let's be sure to... Remember, we came from the east. I thought you said west. No, not west. East. Or as it is in Tigtone, Other Weast. Bet you didn't expect a Tigtone reference in this video, huh? I love Tigtone. That's a good show. It's, you know, it's very obviously Zelda inspired, but it's like it doesn't throw it in your face like, oh, look at me, I'm a Zelda reference. Ah. And it is very much its own thing. You know, I'm not sure how you're supposed to know the burn those, but you know, I guess you're supposed to look at them and realize they're made of wood. I wonder what could possibly be in this chest. Haven't I already made that joke before? Shouldn't make it again. I also shouldn't go, haven't I made that joke before? Because that probably startled. I probably was loud enough to startle you. If I startled you, I'm sorry. If I startled you twice by repeating it, I'm double sorry. Listen here. Blue rupee! This place sure does like blue rupees. I guess that's where all the blue rupees and randomizers come from. They come from here. Okay, let's check out Weast. You know, we checked out Source, so let's check out Weast. I think we could beat the dungeon now, but you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get those other things that could be accomplished. That's the word I wanted to use, but that doesn't sound right. Let's go ahead and get the other things we could be doing in here. Dude! You know, at the time of recording this, Nintendo has announced Nintendo Switch Sports, the successor to Wii Sports. And they've shown off like 6 games? I don't quite remember what they are, but unfortunately basketball is not one of them. Oh, there's this Skulltula. I think we actually are looking for a small key in here. But yeah, unfortunately basketball is not one of them. Let's take a guess where that train of thought is coming from. But there are rumors. It's either rumors or someone data mined something and found that basketball is in the unused files, so there's a possibility we'll get that as, excuse me, a free update. They did already confirm there will be free updates. I want to say the first free update's going to be golf. Yeah, I'm hoping that's going to be good and have a lot of good free updates, because it does look pretty cool. Bombs? I didn't use bombs. I used the provided bomb flowers. There we go. The last one has a bunch of rupees. Didn't need them. Cool. I'm not even gonna waste time picking it up because there's no point. I mean, I do feel the compulsive desire to collect them, but I'm not compulsive enough to need to collect them, you know? Like, I can go about my day having not collected those rupees, and I probably won't think about it again. At least not until I'm editing this video. There's an invisible one. Gonna go ahead and get my nuts out again. Yeah, I know what I said. They didn't turn blue like stunned enemies tend to do. Doors open. Lights are out. But at home! I can't do the scream they do for that. Never was good at that. There we go. Small key. I knew I needed one of those. Now we can leave. Man, if I can't edit this down very much, this is just going to be the Shadow Temple hour-long spectacular. Or something. But I'm tired of the dungeons taking 2 videos at a minimum. I wanted to be able to do 1, but yeah, I guess the dungeons are that long. So I guess here's, again, just running through the train of thought you would have to have as a new player. You look across and you think, how do I get across? And you see there's a statue there. And there's kind of the same statue here, except it seems to have fallen down, but it's broken, so we can't exactly use it as a bridge. But if you look at this one, you probably could use it as a bridge, so you gotta figure out a way to make that fall. What better way than to blow it up? And there you go. I get a game. There you go. Here's your bridge across. Gonna go ahead and get the Lens of Truth out preemptively, because I know we're gonna need it. Maybe the hover boots too, but we'll cross that non-existent bridge when we come to it. Now this room is definitely one of the harder rooms to do when you're doing a randomizer and you don't have the Lens of Truth yet, because you have to basically go off of memory with how these platforms are arranged. Okay, I'll put on the hover boots. Weird, the hover effect isn't really showing up right either. Just chalk that up to emulation. See, this is why they don't want you to pirate, it's because it doesn't play right. I say that like Nintendo themselves can always get it to go right. Oh! Well, so much for my I was too busy doing a diss that just fell right on in. But no, I'm pretty sure that's just what happens when you come into this door with the hover boots on. Link's momentum carries him. Hello. Phantom Shadow Beast. Bongo, bongo. What a juxtaposition. Phantom Shadow Beast. Bongo, bongo! It's like it sounds so chipper. Bongo, bongo, but then... Oh, I need my bow too. I think you can also do this with the hook shot, but the bow is better. Well, watch out for his hands. Okay. Oh, jeez, I'm low on health. So what you gotta do is you gotta shoot him. You gotta shoot both hands. And then what we'll decide to do is, you know what? I gotta hit him with my face. And then you shoot him. Get your sword out. Jump attack. There you go. Graciously, he's kind enough to drop magic and arrows. I think the key to this is to shoot an arrow when you're in the air. You know, an arrow. Now, if you notice something about his design, he happens to be disconnected at the hands, and his head... Okay, I can't go to first person. It would appear that his head actually looks like, you know, a lack of head. Like a neck with the head having been cut off. So it's a probably a pretty common theory, I imagine, that this guy was actually executed by guillotine. Because there are some guillotines that not only take off the head, but the hands as well. I think I made reference to that with Dead Hand when we first saw him, but this one's a more likely theory, because we can actually find his dismembered floating hands. But I'm not entirely convinced that that's what they meant to do with this boss. And he turns, it's kind of hard to see, he turns to shadow and then he just melts. He just melts into purple fire? Put that in a bottle. I think there probably was some train of thought there with, you know, dismembered hands and his head looking like a head, you know, his head was cut off. But they probably weren't intentionally being like, oh, this was a guy who was executed by guillotine, so we're going to make him look like he was killed by a guillotine. He actually does have a pretty fun design, in my opinion. You know, even ignoring the guillotine theory. And, you know, people say, oh, Zelda, you know, typical Zelda / Nintendo boss, you know, floating hands, you shoot him in the eye. I think it's whatever. I think floating hand bosses are pretty fun. Hey, look, it's waifu number 2 again. Or 3? I've already lost track. The boy with the noble Zelda's Ocarina. As I expected, you have come. Also, I hope I don't undermine her value as a character by calling her a waifu. It's like, no, she's a waifu because she's a valuable character, because she's so awesome. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker. And I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. I remember you, Impa. You don't have to pretend I forgot. We Sheikah have served the royal family of Hyrule for generation to generation as attendants. However, on that day, 7 years ago, Ganondorf suddenly attacked, and Hyrule Castle surrendered after a short time. Ganondorf's target was one of the keys to the Sacred Realm, the hidden treasure of the royal family, the Ocarina of Time. Roll credits! My duty bound me to take Zelda out of Ganondorf's reach. When last I saw you, as we made our escape from the castle, you were just a lad. Now I see that you have become a fine hero. I was a fine hero as a kid, and I'm still a fine hero. It's always a fine hero. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing to worry about. The princess is safe now. Soon, you'll meet Princess Zelda face to face, and she will explain everything. That is when we, the 6 wise ones, will seal up the evil king and return peace to Hyrule. Aren't you the 7 sages? I have to stay here. You go to protect Zelda's. You go to Princess Zelda's side and protect her on my behalf. Now I put my power, which should be helpful to you, in this medallion. Too bad I can't use the medallions. I could use a drink of water though, pardon me. You receive the Shadow Medallion. It awakens as a sage and has her power to yours. Please look out for the princess. I will once I find her. And I do believe that now that we've beaten that dungeon, it should stop raining in Kakariko Village. I'm just gonna quickly go over and check that. Well, it's no longer raining over here in the graveyard. And it's no longer raining in Kakariko Village. So we've lifted the curse that happened when the spirit broke out of the well. I guess it's raining by the Shadow Temple because that's where it's sealed at now. But that's good enough, right? It's not raining in the village anymore. I thought the Kuko lady was wailing back and forth. No. I mean, a little bit. Got a nice idle animation there of swing from side to side, kind of. That was something I wanted to talk about, was idle animations, but I also can't. I can't. I don't know if, you know, idle animations really were a new thing for the Nintendo 64, or, you know, 3D games in general. So I can't be like, oh, you know, Ocarina of Time was so good because it had idle animations, so I thought to do that. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. It's already pretty long. See you in the next one. Bye.